Good morning, this is Jack from the ArtistChart.net, and this is the pre-market recording for Tuesday, the 29th of June. Our disclaimer, we do this for educational purposes only. We're here to share our technical analysis with you. We hope you can take some of what we're doing and learn from it, transfer it to your own charts. We're not here to issue trading signals. Right, okay, went a little high yesterday. We've got a nice looking potential double top here. We are on a 60-minute sell signal on ES. On NQ, I've got a nice short-term rising wedge, which is promising, and we haven't got any negative divergence at the moment. I'm leaning towards seeing a retest of the overnight high. On RTY, we made the sell signal target and we are rallying. Could be coming back in for another run at the high. YM, we have broken the short-term rising wedge, broken it down a bit, holding the monthly pivot so far. Again, wondering about a high retest. Wondering about a high retest also on DAX, which we're pretty close to. And ESTX, we are back at almost resistance, which is this this level here. So on this triangle, which may be trying to break down and forming a double top. So we will see. Let's have a look at the RTH charts. Right. Obviously, on the daily, we are still on a daily RSI 14 sell signal, which is fixed and not made target yet. We've on the 60-minute chart, we've got no negative divergence because we went a little higher, too high yesterday. We will still need to develop that if we're going to get it. 15-minute, no divergence either. We are retesting this high and going a little higher. On NDX, hang on. NDX went a bit higher yesterday. We've got 15-minute negative divergence. We've got 60-minute negative divergence. In fact, we've got sell signals fixed on both RSI 5 and RSI 14. I'm really liking a high here. And this is the wedge resistance I'm watching, and we're very slightly through it at the moment. If it's going to be respected, we're going to have to turn very shortly. And NDX is very important to this turn because actually I think this turn is mainly about NDX. So the question is it going to turn? Not much sign of a turn so far, obviously, but we are setting up. We've got all the divergence. We will see how it goes from here. IWM, on the daily chart, no divergence, of course. Still haven't retested this this high here yet, and may well still need to. On the 15-minute chart, we had a sell signal here that's played out. We had an RSI 5 buy signal on 15-minute form. We've got a possible head and shoulders forming here. Let's have a look at Dow. Dow, we've got on the daily chart, no divergence. On the 60-minute chart, no divergence. Could retest of this high could fix that. Still wondering whether this is an overall flag setting up a retest of this high, and it could be. On the 15-minute chart, we played out 15-minute RSI 14 sell signal and are rallying from there. We don't have a buy signal at the bottom. Okay, let's have a look at DX. Now, DX, I was talking about the possibility this head and shoulders were going to fail yesterday, and I think it has failed. Let's have a quick look. Yeah, it's failed. All right, I'm expecting to see a retest of this high. And chances are we won't have to wait around too long for it. Now, ZB, this is interesting because we've got the head and shoulders here, but I found yesterday this very nice support trend line. Now, these trend lines have friends. We're waiting for it to become obvious what the trend line is here on the upside. Now, it may well be that we're going to need to wait until we touch this trend line again before we can see that, but I think some kind of a pattern is forming here, and it could be a bull flag. CL, we had a decent retrace here. We've got a nice looking double top which has broken down slightly and looks like it is rejecting on a weak 60-minute buy signal, which is fixed. Expect to see another high retest. I'm still wondering about my target in the 76.9 area, which we're obviously getting closer to. NG has been on a tear. It broke over big resistance in the 3.45 area and has been heading off to the upside. We've got a bit of negative divergence here. Sooner or later, I'm expecting to see a back test of the weekly pivot area, 3.4, 3.45, because that is where the major broken resistance trend line is. That doesn't need to be, I mean, that's a monthly trend line, so it doesn't need to be immediate or anything. So, but there are some signs of negative divergence here. We could see a retracement soon. GC, this has already gone and retested the low. I have a big support trend line in about 17.25 to 30 area. If we break through that, then that opens a potential move down to the 16.25 area. So I'm watching this very carefully. SI, we've got down into a retest the low as well, potential level bottom as well, but chances are DX is going to go back and retest the high. So chances are we're going to go a bit lower. HG, I've got a weak 60-minute buy signal fixed. This still looks like a flag. It's gone a bit lower within the flag, obviously, but I'm wondering about a breakup into a retest of this high. UUSD, IHS has failed, expecting to see a retest of this low. GBP USD, IHS has failed, expecting to see a retest of this low. USD JPY, wondering about a retest of this high. This often doesn't track particularly well with US dollar, and normally it's stronger, but today it's weaker. Leaning towards seeing a retest of this high anyway in the near future. USD CAD, we had a head and shoulders which broke down here and hasn't failed yet, but is probably going to set up a retest of this high. Australian dollar, IHS has failed, IHS has not yet failed actually. Oh no, it has failed, yeah. So expecting to see a retest of this low. NZ, the IHS made target, and it may be returning to the low as well. KC broke up and made the IHS target. We don't have any negative divergence at the moment, and I'm wondering about a retest of this high here. On SB, SB is pretty close to resistance. Is this IHS breaking up? Potentially, yes. But I think I would draw the IHS here. So this may well be breaking up with a retest of the high, but first it will need to get through this resistance here in the 1775 area. CC, potential wedge breaking up here, quite a nice one, no current divergence. Wheat, potential level bottom here, waiting to see if it breaks up. Corn, potential double bottom here, and again wondering if this is going to break up. I don't know why this line should be there actually. I'll be moving that before I post the chart. So looking fairly encouraging to the downside here. Possible little IHS, but it is oversized. Soy. Soy, we've got a possible flag forming here. Question is whether it's going to hold this level here or go A, B, C up into maybe 1350, 1362 area. Cotton. Cotton, still wondering about a retest this high, broken short-term resistance. LB, waiting to see whether we get over the declining resistance currently in the 870 area. No current. Actually, no. I think we might have a buy signal there. I'll need to measure, but I'm pretty sure that is a 60-minute buy signal. It's a relatively weak one, though. Live cattle. Breaking down slightly from the triangle. This is a bullish triangle. This may not be done yet, but that's potentially opening up more downside and possible test of the monthly pivot. And lean hogs, we saw a strong breakup. From the falling megaphone, which you cannot see on this right now, but there's a very nice falling megaphone here, and we've broken up from it. I'm waiting for a reversal pattern here, and so far, this looks like a bear flag. I'm leaning towards seeing a low retest. All right, let's have questions. Okay, what am I expecting to see today? There is definitely scope for more retests on the upside here. RTY, possible retest here. YM, possible retests here and here. DAX, wondering about a retest here. All of them relatively close, apart from the YM further one here. But this one would be further away, but this one's pretty close. NQ looks ready to turn and is probably the most important one we're looking here, but would be improved by a retest of this high. GC, I just wanted to mention, I was saying the other day on Chart Chat that if we saw the retest of this low, then we would be setting up positive divergence on GC and SI, and I think we've got that positive divergence forming now. Just one last thing, just want to have a quick look at Bitcoin. Any more questions? Good time to ask if you've got them. Still looking at the same resistance on the upside. On ES, it's really break and convert 4,300, and we could be setting up to go to 4,400. Yeah, Bitcoin is rallying nicely from here. It's we didn't get any positive divergence on the daily, but we've got it on the weekly. Beautiful double bottoms on Bitcoin, Litecoin, and Ethereum. And potentially we've got a serious low to take us back up into these highs. Okay, We may well do that. Yes, we'll be having a look at it. But what I would say is DX is likely to go back and retest this high. So we're probably not done to the downside on gold yet, or silver. So I don't think these are double bottoms on gold and silver. I'm expecting to see them go down a bit more while DX is playing out this move. So I think there is likely to be a long coming up though. And ZB, this could be seen as a head and shoulders as failing, but I think this is a part form pattern where we've got one of the trend lines and are waiting for the other. So we will see how that goes. It's okay. Any more questions, guys? Can go a bit higher. Let's have a quick look. Where is my trend line today? This is where I'm expecting to find resistance if we reach it, but we don't have to reach it. And that's now in the 4297 area. So we will see. My pleasure as always, guys. Anyway, I'll catch you later, and we'll be watching for interesting potential decent AM high today. But chances are it'll be a bit higher than this. We could well get back into the 4290s today. All right, cheers, guys. Catch you later.